Shit, episode 2, man. Welcome back. It's New Year, right?
New Year,
2022, man. First episode went pretty good. Got some good reviews.
Shout out to boy Roy Hall.
Jumping on. We got a very special guest today. I think it was important to have this guest. Somebody that we've known for a long time.
Absolutely.
We kind of grew up with you as well. As teenagers and you. Well, we got Derrick Alexander, owner, founder of Hope Fitness. Man, go ahead, man. Take your time and tell us a little bit about yourself. Talk your shit.
There it is. Hey, man. Thank y'all for let me come on the show with y'all. Real talk, man.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it, man. It's love, man. Just because it's so important that the city sees that we're all united.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's easy to be like, hey, they doing something different, so you got to be against them. But it's not like that. You know what I mean? So I want the show, man. It's all love. It's been all love. It's gonna be all love.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm trying to cut off on
modest shit like that, man.
Let's dive in a little bit more. I mean, Hope been a staple in our community for a while now, and the amount of impact that you've been able to have on an abundance of kids in our community, man. I mean, you can't probably even count. But I think it's important that people understand and know just your level of commitment, how long you've been doing this, as well. Just some of the cats that you've helped. I mean, you got cats in the NFL right now,
right?
That you've helped kind of since they was younger, kind of seen them through there. So talk about that a little bit.
Man, listen, man, I've been doing this thing for at least, it's been 10 years as far as a decade. A decade. As far as having an establishment, having a decade of it. But it goes back before that when we were just training kids at Briggs High School for free. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I was playing ball overseas, and as I was overseas, I'm like, I'm sitting there, and it's a true statement. The room that I had, the beach was right there. So I'm like, I'm over here living in Italy, getting paid to play football, and I wasn't the coldest nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was good, but there was plenty of cats that I grew up with that was animals. Yeah. How can I help transition more people into success? You know what I mean? So I came home, man. I was training my nephew, and then next thing you know, more kids want to show up, and then we ended up training like 30, 40 kids for free at Briggs High School, then going to Capitol, and it flowed from there. Wow. You know what I mean? That was in 2011. Wow. You know what I mean? So, flowed from there, 2010, flowed from there, and then next you know, we looked up, started a business with it, you know what I'm saying? Business name, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So talk about that too.
Yeah.
Hope, where did that come from?
Hope came from the Obama administration, right? Wow. So you remember, Obama was big on hope, right? So he was pushing hope, and my dad, my pop was loved Obama. He loved the dude, you know what I mean? So it was a fan. So we always talked about how hope is a staple, right? Like you gotta have hope. Without hope, it's nothing. You know what I mean? So unfortunately, my father passed away. He was killed by the Cubs in 2012. Wow. So, we took the name, pushed it. So then the kids actually named it Higher Up Potential Every Day. So it was a point of having hope, an acronym for every day way to grow and get better. Yeah. You know what I mean? So out of the wings, as you see the logo out of the wings from my dad, but
That's live, man. I never knew that.
Right, me either. I was like, shit.
That's dope. That's
dope. Tell us about some of the players that you've trained over the years. What size of talent they come from, what schools they went to, they in the league. Tell us about some of that.
We got kids from all over, you know what I mean? That's one thing we try to push. I'm a West Side guy, you know what I mean? So
you West Side?
Yeah, come on, man, for life.
Hey, man. You from the West Side.
That's a whole different city, baby. Hilltop. Everybody came to Pat Jack's, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the Hilltop.
Shout out to the Hill, you know what I mean? So, we started out West, man. So we had a lot of success out West, but, kids in the league, I'll give you an example like Malik Harrison, right? Malik Harrison plays for the Ravens. Local kid, I'm going to Ohio State, but Ravens right now. But Malik was a kid that we got at the age of 13. Yeah. So when people hear we got kids in the league, we ain't talking about we got kids in college. We talking about we helped establish these babies. You know what I mean? So a guy who was working with me was Damon Powell, and he's the guru as far as picking kids up and going getting them, and you know what I mean. So DP would go get all the kids. And, I would go train him. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, Malik Harrison, Walnut Ridge grad. We got Derrick Forrest, who I coached for the Westmont Stars. You know what I mean? Same situation. He was a West Side kid, but, I'm going to Ridge. And man, you know, the list goes on. You know what I mean? So I say every year from here on out, and I'm gonna talk about this. You talk about shit?
Yeah. Okay.
Talk about shit.
Talk that shit. I think again, man, when we talk about we like how we choose guests is just like, man, who's impacting the city, man? Like who actually deserves, like, for us to really, I ain't gonna say deserves, but who do we want to sit down and like learn more from, or who we want to hear from, you know? And you are one of those figures in the city where it's like, he's doing his thing,
Appreciate
you know?
that.
And I don't care what anybody in the city say about how we should feel about it. Like, we looking like, it's going down over there.
It's going down.
This the pinnacle. This is where we got to get to.
That's love.
Yeah.
That's love. That's love. So like I said, my goal is, man, from here on out, you know, there's gonna be a kid in the draft every year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, that comes from hope.
Yeah.
Every year from here on out. You know what I'm saying? Nice. So, you know, and that's not gonna stop. You know what I mean? That's me talking my shit, and I'm not playing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you know, as far as like, you know what I mean? You know when you confident about something, I'm confident about it, man. Like, we'll get a kid drafted or a free agent in the league every year. You know what I mean?
Man, that's amazing. I mean, because lives are changing forever at that particular time. But I think it's more important that these young men have individuals like yourself who kind of been there, seen it, done it, because now you can truly just be, you know, that mentor that they truly need. Not necessarily a fan, you know what I mean? We're not talking like, you know, about that before the show, but they need somebody that can help ground them. You know what I'm saying? And so,
100%.
you know, that's you. That's you for sure.
And it's a blessing that you kind of said earlier was, you know, when you have somebody who's like been there and seen it, you know what I mean, kind of live a certain lifestyle. I don't care about your track hawks and your Teslas. Like, I mean, that's me. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see you have a solid career in the league, though. Not just make the league. I want to see you be successful in the league. That's the difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we talk about that a lot, about staying attached to the kids from the off season to the regular season to playoff and all of that, because again, the more we can stay attached to them, the more, you know, we can have that emphasis on like, do it like this. This is the blueprint, do it like this, you know, and always staying in contact and connected to them 100%. No matter what.
100%. These kids need mentors, not just trainers, they need mentors. You know what I mean? I think that's what helps us be successful is, you know, everybody on my team, you know, a guy like Michael Drennan, who's a mentor to these kids, you know. So they call him Spooky D. Man. So Spooky D is a one single, you know what I mean? So he could be on the phone with these kids at 2 a.m. You know what I mean? And whatever they need, he gonna answer that phone. He gonna talk to them and talk them through. Like, you need that because they're gonna find pitfalls, man. And they're gonna, you know, have trials and tribulations, but as long as you got somebody to talk to kind of like talk you out of it, you'll be all right. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man.
All right. No. So, I mean, we talking about 2022. I guess, what's next for y'all? What's goals that you have personally and business-wise?
So I think our next move is, so just this past year, so in 21, man, I actually started our sports management company. Wow. So Hope Sports Management, you know what I mean? So now this year, man, this new year, we're gonna really like dive into like helping these collegiate athletes get to that next level, you know what I mean? So, you know, as far as like connecting them with, you know, the agencies and the different training facilities and making sure that their path is set for them. You know, it's easy.
Yeah, that's extremely important too. Cause the NIL stuff too right now.
NILs and So you know, it's all gonna be encompassing, man. So you know, that's my new thing this year. You know, I'm just gonna be good.
Absolutely. Look forward to that, man. Hey, listen.
Dropping.
I'm looking forward to that, man, because I think that, you know, amongst all the people that the city is able to produce, amongst all the athletes able to produce, you really don't have a whole bunch of homegrown agencies, you know, management companies, stuff like that. People who we can, okay, listen, we know his, you know, he has a proven track record. You know, parents can trust him. You know what I mean? Parents can trust you. You know, they can trust everything that you instill in their, you know, their kids. And I just think it's super dope, super important. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to that, man.
Always
big. That's dope on that.
You'll be a part of it, though. What you mean? Like, hey, listen, we're gonna work together on this thing, man. Like I said, I think with y'all's experience, though, and just the connections, man, like Columbus needs it, you know. And I talk to our kids all the time about how in Dade County and Broward County, it's like 10.2% of kids that make the NFL, but then Columbus, Ohio, it's like 1.2. Wow. You know what I mean? 1.1. We want to change the narrative, man, to where, you know, you're looking at Columbus, and now it's going to be 6%, 7% of kids coming out of college going to the NFL. You know what I mean? Like, we want to change that narrative up, and I think it's a collective unit. It ain't just me solo, right? It's a collective unit of everybody working together saying, hey, look, I got this kid. Who you know? All right, look, let's all plug in, get him together. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
For sure.
Man, I got to toast to that real quick.
Man,
I got to toast to that, man. My guy, the AC Company, New Year.
That's it.
You know. That's huge, man.
What you got going on for 2022, man?
Let me hear it.
You can go into some of the business stuff that we talked about, but personally, I like to hear personal stuff because I mean we talk business so much that I don't know a lot of his personal thoughts at this point. It's like you know we legacy you every day,
right?
Every day of the damn week.
I think for me, man, it's really simple. My goal is to spend more time with family. Like it's really simple. Right. And probably to say no a little bit more. I'm a guy that tries to be all things to all people sometimes, you know what I mean? Yeah. And it's a gift and a curse, you know, but I think for me to be around, when I say family, I mean extended family too, people that I just genuinely love, that I should be giving more time to, you know, and I haven't up to this point mastered the word no, because I think for so much of my life, you know, I always felt like, you know, you tell somebody no, it might mess up the relationship, you know, or I don't want to ruffle any feathers over here. And it's just like, you know, people forget how many times you say yes, though. You know what I mean? Always. And for a lot of people, man, I done said yes to for a lot of different things at no cost. It probably cost me my time and my money. You know what I mean? So I think for me coming to 2022, man, it's going to be more time with the fam and learn how to say no.
I like that.
Yeah. You know, I'm always happy to hear this dude. Like, we have a lot of talks. We have some really frustrating talks sometimes because it's like, he's literally Mighty Mouse. Go, 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 go. Listen. And I'll be like, bro, I'm like, you're too accessible. You would take every meeting, even if that meeting, we know that meeting's gonna be shit, he'll take it. You know, and I tell him all the time, like, man, like, you have to say no sometimes. I don't have any problem saying it. Like, nah, I'm cool. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna go do this. Because we have spent, you know, 2 to 3 years literally going, and, you know, being so zoned in, sometimes you forget, like, you know, I shouldn't have to talk to my lady about, we need to have a date night. It's like, I can't do that. I gotta work. I have to do this. Right. You know, and I mean, so to reiterate, man, some of my personal goals for 2022 is definitely that, because again, I got an 11-year-old, he's coming into his own. Yeah. Then I got a lady and she's just like, you know, you just always gone, you know, and it's just like, damn, like, and you know, it starts there. Your foundation is at home. That's where your light is at. 100%. Right? 100%. You know, no matter how hard that day is, you get home.
You know what's up?
My personal goals is next. So you already know, I'm waiting on mine because she gonna have to listen. She has to see me saying, yes, sir, my wife as a priority in 20. You know what I'm saying? This year. 100%.
I think that's number one for me is the person that, again, man, when you talk about in your corner, make sure everything is set for you to go out and be successful. Yeah. I mean, it's no reason why she shouldn't be number one, you know. 100%. I mean, you know, again, we talk about a lot, like our family is getting the short end of the stick all the time. Just in this business, man, since I've started it, like, there's nothing that I don't want to do where I'm not getting better, you know. So I just have to, again, keep progressing in the business world and learning business, because Legacy U is continuing to go. Whatever we're doing is continuing to grow. So it's just like the more I know about business, the better I can help, you know, making it grow. You know, and I think, man, we traveled a little bit in 2021, but it was like not a lot of personal traveling. It was just like we had to go work. Like, we just came back from Florida for the Nationals, for the Little League stuff, and it was just like, it was work. It wasn't a lot of chilling. It was work.
It was worth it, but it was work.
Yeah, for sure. Nah, for sure. I'm
summer program, DC. I was work.
It's work. We went to Atlanta. Took 40 kids there. Work.
They sound like nice places for sure, but it's like, it's work. And I'm never complaining about the full plate, but it's just like managing the way I eat it. Right? You know what I'm saying? And I mean, you know, again, you know, 2022 is just a continuation of what we've been doing, man, and just again growing, you know, and continuing to make our vision be known to the masses, you know, and that's it, because it's quite simple, you know. It's just to pick up where we left off at. We said we was gonna take off 2 weeks. We haven't took off 1 day.
You gotta be. I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all be going crazy, but it's beautiful, because I remember being in that position, you know what I mean, and just getting it going.
Yeah.
And you're so hungry though.
Yes.
You want it all. You know what I'm saying? I remember going to all these camps and somebody, and we going to Purdue, and you know what I mean? Like I remember. Listen, we got a van. And we taking kids every weekend, man, to a different camp. You know what I mean? 'Cause we want it all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I be seeing y'all grind.
I absolutely don't want it all, though. I'm more.
He don't want it all. I'm like you. I want it all. I'm like, man,
I don't want it all.
It's the gift and the curse for me. Yeah. Man. Like I said, it's. I feel like because I've had everything taken away from me sometimes.
Yeah.
I still get in this mode of like, I ain't made nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta, my grind just kind of a reflection of like my past sometimes, right? Yeah. And so again, it could be the gift and the curse, but
it is.
Yeah. We'll talk about
my personal. Hold on, hey, baby
go
girl.
ahead.
Listen,
We'll talk about your personal.
Listen to me.
Right here.
Listen, go, baby girl. Hey, you are my priority this year on everything. You understand? I'm gonna be a better husband. I got you. Say less.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Toast today. Oh my God. Right here.
You gotta hold that down. That's one thing about this marriage thing, man. I'm 5 in.
Yeah.
I'm 5 in now.
5 in.
I'm 5 in, dog. You gotta make sure you.
That's love, man. I don't think it's celebrated enough, man. That's love. That's love. That's love.
I mean, speaking of that, man, you kind of spoke on it a little bit, man, about collaborating in 2022, and I think that's one of the biggest things we talked about. A lot of the times we try to do stuff. It's just me and him, and we gonna do it this way. And it's a lot. It's like boom, boom, boom. And I never want to be that type of partner that when my partner comes to me like he wants to do something, and I may not really want to do it, but I'm like, man, all right, shit, what you need from me to do it?
Right.
What type of help? But I think early on when we first started, there would be a lot of people that would be trying to like pit us against y'all. I'm just like, yo, y'all don't know that we know DA on a personal level. Like we were in the garage on the west side getting it in. I was just like, he one of us.
Zeeks, baby. Yeah,
shit. And even to talk about that even more is a little bit like, shit, when I got back from grad school, I was bringing my son to you to train him. Like there's no issues there, but people like, it's black people in the same industry, they can't coexist. And it was just like, no, like, even there was times where we would stop training. We'd be like, go to Hope.
We were sending kids we literally was telling, like, yo, well, like, I ain't training no more. Nah, but you can send your kids to Hope.
Yeah.
Here go DA's number. Like, literally we was doing, so it's just like, it's just, and it's still frustrating. You know what I'm saying? Because again, we don't really say much because we know what we can say will be used against us, it's like DA is our boy. And even if Hope trained 250 kids, 300 kids, right, all at one time, even if Legacy trained 300 kids, right, that's 600 kids. That's not even a fraction of the kids in our community that needs the help and guidance and tools, right? It's not even a fraction.
Right.
It's like, honestly, we need about 7, 8, 9, 10 more of DAs, Hope Fitnesses and Legacies, honestly. Like, we really want to be honest, right? So it's like, hell, my nephew trains with Hope. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and again, to the people that's outside, I think that's probably like a microcosm of like what's wrong with our community is that, in our culture, is that they naturally want to pin people against each other. Yeah. And we're like, nah, like, we got to share resources. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to big up each other. You know what I'm saying? We have to, promote the work that they're doing, promote the work that it's like, I don't know, man, it really pisses me off a lot of times because we have to be defensive about it. You know what I'm saying? And people that's what Hope. Like,
don't get me wrong, it's definitely crept in. I'm like, bro, it's always love when we see each other. I'm just like, man, has he said something? Or, has somebody over there said anything? Because I'm like, there's been times where I got my close friends, they'll come, I'm like, did you hear this from the horse's mouth? You know what I'm saying? Like, or are you just, it's the telephone effect. Like, oh, this was said, and it gets to us. I'm like, man, listen, bro, like, there has never been a problem in any way, And for us, it was always about how good can we be? Yeah. Not about what nobody else was doing, And I think that's where it comes in where we talk about now, the conversation is shifting. People are coming to us like, oh, y'all should collab with Hope. Right. So it's like, y'all didn't get us with the negative shit, so come with us with the positive shit, right?
Yeah. Try something new.
Try something new.
Try something new. I think for me being this thing a little longer, right? And there's been so many gyms and so many trainers that I've actually came across.
Yeah.
And I've been hearing this for years. Every time a new trainer comes in, it's like, oh man, you better not. I'm like, bro, I'm not tripping. 'Cause I'm like what you said. There are so many kids.
Right.
And here's my thing. I don't have the time to train all of them. Or the energy to train all of them.
Facts.
So let's go get this money.
Yes.
Let's go make these kids better.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, listen, we all got, I don't care if you were next door to me.
Yeah.
Go over there with him and go over here with me. Like, honestly, so I'll give you an example. We have another business called SDU, right? So Skilled Development University. And my partner, David Mason, had his own training facility called Speed Doctors.
Yeah.
Right? And that was another situation of everybody going to Speed Doctors and people come to me, and it was the same situation.
Yeah.
I called him and said, listen, bro, we gotta turn this thing around. Let's start a business together on just football work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we got together. It started out like Friday night hype or whatever we try to call it. Then we changed the name to Skilled Development University. But he had his own business, I had my own business, and it's all under one roof and go crazy.
I was always interested in how that relationship started because my nephew went to him. You know, well, I always, and again, I was younger then at the time when my nephew was going. I'm just like, I used to talk shit to him like, are you getting any faster though? Who's the Speed Doctor guy?
Speed Doctors,
you know,
right.
But
yeah.
It turned out like y'all capitalized on a relationship and brought it
same
together.
Situation, bro.
Yes,
You gotta turn all that negative into a positive, and then now we're 7 years in, going on our 8th season. You know, I'm coming in,
dope.
and now it's like, listen,
plug
you can't say that now.
What's up, SDU? You got to plug for SDU. Like, when is it going? What's up? Where do they sign up at? All that other stuff.
Right. So you can go to SDU. So it's skilldevelopmentuniversity.com. We have our link on there. You know, for our signups. Sign up ASAP, man, because like I said, it's gonna fill up. Yeah. All right. So we're at Bo Jackson now. We've been in Bo Jackson for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
And it's an amazing facility. It's one of the best in the city as far as the size. Mm-hmm. So we house some of the best athletes in the country.
When does it start?
To be real. January 22nd.
January 22nd. Yeah, we'll probably
Okay. So who's it for too? Is it for what age groups?
So we got from the babies. So we got the kids starting at age 5 up through 11, 12 in the first group. And then the second group is going to be the high school, so late middle school, high school. And that's all, like I said. So every position is coached by somebody that played collegiate or professional ball.
Yeah.
You're getting good coaching. You know what I mean? We go through every coach's lesson plan for the whole 6 weeks. We break it down. Like, this is not a game. You know what I mean? We take this thing really serious. And like I said, you're getting prime time coaching as well as the best competition. So the goal was, if I'm a kid from London, Ohio, right? Yeah. And you got this 5-star from Pick Central, I get to go against him for 6 weeks, one-on-ones. If that don't make me better, go back to London, I don't know what will. You know what I mean? Because now you're going to get a Styles brother, or or whoever it may be, the coldest. Yeah. So it's like, man, we want to apply that right to the city, man. So it's almost like the thought process that I came up with was kind of like the hoop. Remember how we all went to the hoop? Yeah, the hoop. And it was Friday nights, and we go to the hoop, and it was like, let's go get it in. Everybody run. You run all night, you know what I mean? Yeah. But you just get some of the best rec ever, right? So we want to apply that to the football games. And now it's like, okay, you're getting some skill set. I'm going to teach you some things, but also let's go get one-on-ones in.
So shout out to the homie G Tate.
Yeah.
And so I think a lot of what we've been talking about here, man, and for us three, again, for those who don't know, like, it started in that West Side Garage, man. So I think a lot of what y'all doing with SDU, where you're bringing together kids from different schools who ordinarily wouldn't get a chance to compete against each other. That is the platform for that, right? And so, again, that started with us, man. We was competing back then. And so I ultimately think it made us be better athletes. When we went outside, our group, when it would have been about 12 to 15 of us, you know what I mean? Aaron was there, Gary Russell. I mean, it was a lot of people there. And so we competed against each other in the weight room, but ultimately, when it was talking on Friday nights, man, we were showing up and showing out, bro. And I think it started right there in that weight room. So I think everything that y'all doing with SDU, bro, is super dope. Me and Keith are super familiar with Bo Jackson, facility, man. We was out there with the Destroyers or whatnot, man. So we got a lot of great relationships out there. But again, to any kid who out there, I know from our side, we definitely be pushing them over there to SDU to come, get that work in for those 6 weeks, bro. So, keep that up.
I want to help some DBs, man. Let me know. You know what I'm saying? Someone out there, I'm put y'all.
You hear what he just said? Having to his fucking knee, helping anything.
You can know. Let me get know. Right.
No, man. Then too early you was talking about, man, just the time and effort that you put in.
Yeah.
Like 10 years in the game.
Yeah.
I know for us personally, I'll say us. I'm going to say me, us personally. one of the things that kind of gets up under our skin is the fact that we've proven ourselves. And not because, something that we read in a book somewhere, we claim that we're experts, or not because something somebody told us, we claim that we're experts. It's like we've actually lived, breathed, perfected the craft of what we actually do.
100%.
As well as you and everything that you perfected at Hope. One of the things, again, is value, right? We talk about value, and we get pissed off, man, when people think that our services are free. And it's almost like, man, if you didn't know us, like, would you be asking for a free service or discount service? Do you call, when you go on Amazon and looking for your, whatever you're looking for, are you hitting up the owners of Amazon and asking them for discounts? Or do you just want a quality product? You just want your product there. And we like, we're gonna deliver you a quality product, but pay us just like you would pay anybody else, right? And so how do you handle that? What's your perspective on value and just your experience with that whole thing?
One thing that really helped me out was establishing like a online presence as far as like my services.
Yeah.
So now it cuts me out the middle. They say, how much you charge? Copy, paste, send. That's it. You know what I mean? So you're going to read it the way you read it from Amazon. You're not going to read it from me. I'm not telling you what I'm charging, because now it's like, man, can you do the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5? Nah, cuz. Copy, paste. It's right there. Here's a whole list of what we got, from groups to personals.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, if you cut yourself out because they'll use you as the, but I'm saying we go back, we go way back.
Yeah.
You're my dog, though. What you mean? Like, nah.
I think dealing with him a lot of the times too, man, is having him on board with that, because again, he's a people's person.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that I am, but it's like, this is what you gotta pay. Then they'll go, all right, well, we're gonna play good cop, bad cop. We're gonna go to the good cop, and
Yeah.
DJ, what about this? And again, man, we are in a way people pleasers, right?
Yeah.
But I have my core group of people that I knew before I started doing that, or who have been supporting it now, that I'll still take, all right, here's the deal for you.
For sure.
And this
Always.
is a handful of people.
Always.
But man, look, go to our website. That's why it was so important for us to have a website early on.
Yeah.
Like, go to that website, pay, it's on there. It says it. You seen it on Facebook, you seen it on IG. This what it is, just go pay for it. It's quality work.
100%.
And again, it's not a lot of us doing it. So, and again, you talk about
affordable.
Any other job,
but it's still affordable.
That's
a great part.
That's
it's still affordable.
Like, it's affordable, man.
Right.
Like, you can't go to D1. You know what I mean? You can't even go to you ain't go to a lot of these facilities and get
let's take the smoke though. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
You're not gonna go to these places and get the value. You're not gonna go to, even from a renting out facility standpoint, you're not gonna go to any of these facilities and get the same price that you're gonna get with us. It's not. So we've already low ball just because off the strength we know the community, and that's why we in this business, right? Because we know, listen, we're gonna give you a cheaper price than what you would normally go out here and pay.
100%.
But you still 100%. Ain't satisfied.
100%.
And in any other profession, you've been doing this for 10 years. Your value just continues to grow, especially if you're doing good at what you're doing,
Definitely.
right? So it's just like, bro, I've been doing this for 10 years and you still asking me for discounts? No,
we got cats in the league now, cuz.
Yeah, ain't no chance. Ain't no chance.
Price is up.
We've been doing it for
yesterday's price is not today's
it's not today's price. It can't be. You know what I mean? Especially because my time is involved. Like we talked about family earlier, right? Like, so you're taking time from your wife, your kids to do this. Right. You know what I mean? So you're telling me that I have to lowball myself when I'm taking time from my family? Nah, bro, my family is important to me. So, you gotta pay me.
It's very consistent. We talk about too a little bit about, you got to a point where you got that value, right?
Yeah.
Then how do you sustain it? And we're still going up, but you're at a place where, again, where you look at you like the pinnacle. How do you sustain that value? Like, what do you do to continue your business to grow and just do different things to keep making sure like those kids are always coming in the door to make sure you're hitting any of your goals?
Education is key, right? So I'm always trying to learn new things, and I'll do my own research, and I'll keep reading. So every off season, now that I have kids that go to the league, I'll go with the guys to Florida, or I'll go to Arizona or wherever they're training at, and I'll study. You know what I mean? So whether it's Pete by Burritos, I'm watching Pete, and I'm sitting back and I'm saying, okay, what can I add to Hope? I'm watching XP, Mike Gates, and Tony Vellani and saying, okay, what can I add to Hope? I'm going to Exos and saying, okay, all right, what are they doing different than us? You know what I mean? You know, what value can we add that could bring to the city? That could be, you know what I mean, something special. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then, you know, when it comes to the kids, man, I mean, it's literally word of mouth. You know what I mean? So, you know, I know we'll talk about the violence, and I'll touch on that later about how we establish what we got going on with this Hope Boys thing. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
for sure.
That. But yeah, you know, it's you know, something we, as a group, you want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
So then that keeps them coming. Because now they're like, okay, I want to be a part of that thing.
Yeah.
You know?
That's dope.
I love it when you post that shit when you go out, when you was been going to the trips with them. I'm like, all right, he doing what? Take a note.
Yeah.
Because again, man, you know, like, you get on Instagram, there's a lot of people that do this shit at a high level. And if you aren't learning, it's free. It's free education.
It is.
You know, and I'll be looking like, oh, he posted, let me see. You know, and I'm looking over it too, getting educating myself. You know, you don't even know that you being invested to me to see some shit that, you know, that eventually like we want to have something like that where our kids, because it's cold here, they don't really want to train here. But if we get the right facility, you know,
we're gonna talk about that too.
They're gonna stay here.
That's something I want to talk about. You know what I mean?
For
you know,
sure.
Honestly, because that's a whole other level. Because everybody's not going to Exos and everybody's not going to XP. Right? So there are thousands of athletes that don't have a facility to go to.
Don't have a facility to go to.
But if we can apply them with the right skill development work, the right speed and strength and nutrition, we have the same value as anybody else in the country. For sure.
Nah, that's live. You know, and then going off the value aspect, I used to be the kid, I used to be the guy who said, oh, you got to move out the city. People who say like, oh, yeah, I got to move out the city to like follow my dreams or do what I want. I'm like, you ain't got to move out the city.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can get whatever you want right here. Like, why you got to go out the city? You know what I'm saying? And like now, I kind of understand some of those people because for some time, like, I feel like people devalue what we do based off of their relationship or them knowing us, right? Oh, that's DA from, man, he used to live on the west side. He used to do this. He's like, hey, man, I'm gonna go up to him. I'm gonna just holler at him. He know me.
Right.
And just because you know DA, you might know DA's family, etc. That gives you a license or you got the courage to go up to him and ask that man, yo, listen, I got my nephew over here. What can you do? Right? Like they feel that way, right? Opposed to, I move out of this city. If DA goes to another city and set up shop where nobody don't know you, they looking at you strictly off the work that you do.
100%.
And basing whether they're going to support you or not based off the work that you do. I feel like some people here will choose whether they're going to support us or not based off the history of them knowing us.
Yep.
Oh, that's DJ and Keith's wife drive this, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They do this, they dress like this, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
for real.
It's like, why are you valuing my work based off of everything around me?
Right.
And just not my work. You get what I'm saying? I think so. Sometimes it can be frustrating to have people, look at you and probably base their relationship or if they know, oh man, he used to live here, or hey, I feel like I should be in that spot. Some people might feel like that. Hey, I should be in that spot. I went to school with him. I played ball with him. All that wine out there. You get what I'm saying? Why should I support? Sure. And it's just like, if we were in any other city or state and people didn't know us, they would be evaluating us just off the work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's all we ask for. It's like, yo, evaluate us off the product that we produce. And again, I know that will probably rub some people the wrong way. You know what I mean? But again, we just talking about our value. Yeah. You know what I mean? What we bring to the table. I think in anything we do, even from a programming side, right? Like, one of the things, like we don't just offer training, but like from a programming side, we, the things that we're doing, it's like we getting results. Mm-hmm. You take the surveys of these kids that are coming to our programs.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Like the parents that are, that are sending their kids, you survey them.
They're getting better.
They're like, yo.
They got better last year.
Yeah, like man, we, you know what I'm saying? We come back, like, so it's proven work.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? The value is there. You know what I mean? I think it's just about, again, how do we, continue to press at the people in a nice way. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, like treat us like you would treat again your local.
So I think it starts with what you said your goal was. No.
Yeah.
Starts with that, right? Like, you know what I mean? So I know for me, you know, my price is my price at this point. You know what I mean? You know, it is what it is. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we're not going to go back and forth about nothing. You know my price at this point.
Yeah.
If you can't handle that, then no.
Yeah, it's nothing personal.
And it's nothing personal. Like, and you know, I'll say it. There's plenty of gyms to go to though. Why you act like, you know what I mean? If you don't want my favorite price, go train somewhere else. I'm not tripping, cuz it's love.
Absolutely.
But know your worth.
Absolutely.
And if you don't know your worth, no.
Yeah.
No, I can't do it.
I think, I mean, I tell them all the time, man, sometimes it's not even that it's us, it's the position that we're in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it could be anybody that's doing this type of work and they just feel like, I deserve to be right there. I mean, it's, you know, if you go on Instagram, we don't have to say any names. It's 10 to 12 trainers that do the same thing that we're doing.
And stop right there. I just want to shout out to, obviously we got Hope here today. Shout out to Slow Grind. Shout out to, who else we got?
Mike
Hero.
Mike Bennett.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we got Mike Bennett.
Grab that. Yeah.
We got Grab That.
Yep.
You feel what I'm saying? That's my homie. That's my dog, man. He's just working super hard. Yep. Man, Speed Dot, but we can just keep going on down the list. But it's like, shout out to all the Lonzo. With, you know what I'm saying? Who he with? X Factor?
X
Factor. Shout out to all the guys at Ohio Heat. You feel what I'm saying? Like, shout out to everybody.
Everybody's doing
like, yes, bro, because like it's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just want to shout out you said somebody who's that's doing that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all those people.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing too, man, is they just don't understand the struggle that we go to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, it's not the easiest thing because again, we're constantly trying to build value. We're building a business at the same time. Yeah. You know, and again, a lot of this is first generational type shit, right? Yeah. So we looking at it like, man, you know, when we do our programming is its own thing, but then our training is its thing too. And it's just like, no, like we have to make a living off this stuff. We have to get paid, you know. And again, we don't mind putting in the time, but you know, shit, help us do that, you know. And again, it is a lot about the supporters and making sure people like understand, like, you know, we ain't busting y'all heads, but pay what we asking without giving us a hard time.
Well, here's the thing, they're gonna pay for something.
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna pay for something. Whether it's a new cool grade just dropped, whether it's, you know, Ms. Meal, they're gonna pay for something.
They're gonna pay for something.
They are gonna pay for something.
Eat your ass up when that kid walk in here. This motherfucker Jordan,
bruh,
Nike Tech Suit. I know what these shit cost.
I seen it, bruh.
And I know you got it, so why you playing me late?
I seen it. They used to come in the gym out west. I'm a first gym out west, man. They'd be so many parents just like, I ain't got it. I'm like, oh, that's cool. You know what I mean? You know, I was in the same boat. Yeah, that's cool. Come on. You know, free. I look up like, nigga, you got the 12s on, guys. Like, that just dropped.
You got better shoes than my son.
Bro, I need my cheese, cuz. I need my cheese from here on out.
I think, but even with that, like, again, another thing that probably frustrates me the most is that, like, people who you probably thought was going to be in your corner, people who you know thought would be like your number one supporters, whether it be family too, close friends, and be like them to be the ones, some of the main ones that don't support you. Like that was one of the things for me getting into this business.
He going deep.
He got a list.
He going deep. Hey, not for real. That's a deep conversation right there. It does, bro. Because that's real though.
That's real.
It be some of the closest people to you that you know, like, oh, you gonna rock.
Yes.
And then you like, you can't pay me in that session, cuz like, what you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
Because I didn't.
100%.
To be all the way honest, I ain't gonna say no names on this here show. But I done bought so many t-shirts, hoodies, people's music CDs.
Yeah.
That
support all of it. All of
that
it.
I would never listen to. But the fact of how I show my support is by spending my dollars. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I might not repost your shit, but I damn sure take my hard-earned money and pay for something that I might not ever wear. I had plenty of t-shirts that I never wore.
I got a bucket full of t-shirts that I brought.
I swear to God, we do. We said that.
I ain't, because that shit was, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. But I know it's a market for what they're doing.
Yes.
And it's just like, all right, here, so you can keep doing, because I know what it's like to be a small business owner.
Yeah. Yes.
So that little $10, that shit is going a long way. You know?
10, 20, 30, and then they get more expensive. Hey, 30, 35 for this?
Oh man,
40?
Spam your goddamn DM for that shit.
Oh,
like, man, here, bro. Like, listen, let me get 2 of these. Let me get 2 hats.
Yeah.
You know, and again, man, it's just one of those things where, you know, we sit and talk about that, like how people support. It don't always gotta be money. There's several different ways.
Yeah.
But you look at that list that he probably has sitting around, and it's just like, yo. But I tell you, my disappointment list is so small because I know that, you know, again, it's a position. So it's like, like we even talk about wanting to get new cars, right? And it's just like, well, we got to get this type of car because we don't want people to think that we got something that we don't, right? And it's just like, shit, like I'm going car shopping. I'm like, nah, this ain't going to work.
Keith about to get a luxury car. Like, Keith can get a luxury car, right? Nah, for like, I think this is important for people to understand is that like we're in the business like of working with kids, right? For the most part, right? Like, you know, we got some adults that we go, but like we work with kids, we're mentors a lot of kids. It's like Keith got to watch the type of car he gets because people will automatically assume, oh, he's taking money from the kids and he's spending money on luxury cars.
Think about pastors though. They like pastors can't have nice houses, nice cars. Can't have a nice house. Why can't they have nice houses, nice cars? It's
just like, man, this man puts in so much time and energy and effort into a lot of other people's kids, more than their own, more time they put into their own kids. He's putting the time into them. Those kids have unlimited access. They're calling Coach Keith when something's wrong. How many cash app requests did we get from our kids just, hey, I'm at the movies. Can you cash out me $30? Can you cash out me $25? Right?
Sure.
And sometimes go ahead, but sometimes that cash app come through without a text. It's just like, yo, can I get this?
Can I get this? Like, what? Right?
I've been supporting kids in college for years, and I'm gonna keep it a buck. I got kids in prison.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know I'm trained. You know what I mean? And I'm Jay Payne. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping it real with you though. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Like I got kids in prison, but I send the Jay Pay out like, all right, guys, you know what I mean? Here, you know what I mean? You all right.
And that's crazy to me, right? So it's just like these sacrifices that have been made across the table, right? Like it's just for individuals to not, value us as the experts that we are in our field sometimes. It's just ultimately frustrating. And then we talk about support. And Keith, I get pissed off about this too. I get pissed off about a lot of shit sometimes. It's no shit. But
everybody be like, I'm a dickhead. I'm a mean. He don't like people like that.
Nah, it's
this
just,
motherfucker be talking that shit.
It's like, if I support you, it's a lot of people that got businesses that I'm cool with.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people that got product that I'm cool with. I probably won't repost this shit. I probably won't. If it don't align necessarily what I got going and what I'm doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? For the most part, I'm probably not going to repost it.
Right.
If you go to my social medias, it's pretty consistent with the shit that I push and post.
Yeah.
I don't really post my kids. All that's just my decision. Like my shit is consistent across the board. But if I come and spend my product with you, so if you have an event or you're doing this over here, if you're selling that over there, even if I can't use the service, if my wife can or if my mom can, like I'm going to physically pay for it.
Right.
I'm gonna support you with my dollars.
For sure.
Is that not good enough?
It gotta be good enough.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, is that not good enough? I'm gonna even spread the word.
Yeah.
Oh, you looking for that? I got a resource for you. My people over there, like they do this. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just hate the fact that like people will put on you like and be mad, be pissed off what you doing with your platform. It's like
I'm gonna tell you this. Don't dumb yourself down for nobody.
Yeah.
Because I've been there. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping it real with you. Like I've been there. I'm trying to dumb yourself down, thinking that because of our platform, we got to be a certain way so people don't judge us. Upgrade yourself, right? The more you upgrade yourself, then you're like, hey, look, this is what you want to be like.
Yeah, and
you know what I'm saying?
It's a constant table because I like a lot of. I mean, you probably call it bougie. I got high taste and shit. But I'll be understanding, that's like, man, like,
that's a fact.
I got this
like
shit,
that.
man. I'll be like, I can't wear this around them because it feels away. But I also I don't want to be so far removed with my taste that I'm not relatable anymore to the kids, you know?
Right.
But sometimes I'll be like, if I wear this, I'm like, you can get this too. You talk to me every day. I'm a normal person to you.
Right.
I'm like your uncle.
Right.
Like, you can get this car, you know what I'm saying? Or you can get these shoes, but it's a constant battle and struggle, like, of being confident. Like, I done did I done did this to earn this. I deserve to be able to go out and buy whatever I want, right?
100%.
But we get to the point, man, where
do that.
We ain't dope dealers. It's like,
man,
we
listen,
ain't something dope.
do that shit, though. That's
You feel
why.
what I'm saying?
That's why I love it because.
right, you just showed me this goddamn bar.
Listen, I love when kids pull up to my crib and be like, "Yeah, you got the mansion. Yeah, I work.
Yeah,
I grind.
Yeah,
You come get this bread, bro. You can work too.
Yeah, you can do it too.
Listen, I'm gonna live like the niggas in the NBA and all them niggas living like my shit all right. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm gonna show you. You been to the crib. Yeah. I'm gonna show you how we living though. You know what I mean? To be like, listen, you gotta have the same lifestyle though.
Yeah.
By having a certain grind and ethic behind yourself.
Like we paint a whole different picture for these kids, right? Like we don't sell no drugs,
right?
And we still got these things like drug dealers.
That's what I'm saying. That's beautiful.
There's other paths to get this shit.
So for us, we talked a little bit about, just understanding your value and kind of, I kind of touched on cats moving out of the city.
Yeah.
It's not crazy to me now that like a lot of the rappers even, or people that are prominently known in their own communities are getting killed in their own communities.
Definitely.
They ain't getting killed in different cities.
Nah.
They getting killed right in their own backyard, man.
Yeah.
I mean, look what happened to, the Dolph, this past year, and we don't know what things went transpired. But we think about Dolph, we think about even Nipsey, right? Like people who are pillars doing great things in the community, they getting killed right in their own communities, man, right at home. From people who are so jealous and so envy.
Which is crazy.
Right?
It's crazy.
It ultimately makes me think about our own city. It makes me think about Columbus, Ohio right now, man.
Hold on, wait, before you go into that. I remember, DA, we was, so we were painting our, again, this is the type of shit that we do. We were painting our facility, right, before we open. And he just randomly, he's not really that big of an introspective thinker. He ain't gonna really say no, super deep shit in this way, but he just comes out and says, man, I've just been thinking about, we doing a lot of shit, man, in the city. And he just, I be thinking, what if somebody try to come take our lives? I'm just whoa, like a record scratch? What?
Whoa, what you talking about?
What? Yeah, I feel like that because that phrase, all the good niggas die young.
Yeah, man, he sound
It'd be it's like what we're moving into kind of gets scary sometimes because you're doing so much dope shit.
Yeah.
You're having so much impact.
Yeah.
It's like, God, you know what I mean? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? I just had this feeling that's just again, a lot of the good niggas die young around. It's you're doing dope shit for your community. It's you're having dope impact. We're talking about our legacy, right? Let us never die type shit. Yeah. We think about Pac and the impact that he left on the world.
Yeah.
He was here a short time.
26.
You think about Biggie. Biggie.
Yeah.
The impact that he left on the world. We still listen to Big when we go out. Yeah. We still listen to Pac, right?
Yeah.
So it's once God is done using you, because I feel like that's we talk about purpose, right?
Yeah.
Your legacy.
Yeah.
Once God is done using you for the purpose he set you on this earth for, bro, it could be 15 years old. It could be 21 years old. It could be 34 years old. You just don't really know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just and sometimes it gets scary because it's I never want nobody to come out, we coming out of an establishment from anywhere and somebody feel like they want to rob us or, you feel what I'm saying? We got our own facility. You know what I'm saying?
It's not in the safest place.
And we right in the heart of the city.
Yeah.
In a high crime area.
Right.
But what we putting on for, bro, we putting on for the city, bro. We right in the city. For the kids, it was to think that there's cats out there that's jealous and envy of that, and that may run up on you.
Yeah, no.
And it's man, it gets scary sometimes.
When I first, like I said, this is 2012 and 13. My gym was on the hilltop, which is one of the most crime-driven areas. You know what I mean? And 2 years in a row, where my house got broken into. Wow. 2 years in a row during Christmas time. 2 years back to back. You know what I mean? 12 and 13, and in my mind, I was so hurt because I'm giving out food, I'm giving out toys, clothing, we're giving free sessions. This is a pillar on this West Side community. So if anybody's house should be safe on the West Side, it should be me.
Right.
My house was 2 blocks from my gym. You know what I mean? I opened it. Listen, I'm from the hilltop. I grew up in Grove City too, but I'm from the hilltop, right, from the West Side of Columbus. So I thought if I put any gym anywhere, it's gonna be on the hilltop. Yeah. Right? I thought I was safe, but I wasn't. You know what I mean? Like I said, been coming home and seeing my house, my back door kicked in was hard. 2 years in a row though. Heartbreaking, which showed me was they're following me or they're watching me to my gym, knowing I'm at home, and then now they're doing what they gotta do.
Right.
Crazy.
I'm like, damn, that hurts, bruh.
It hurts.
But that tells you, in my own city, my own hood, my own neighborhood, people are still jealous and they still looking at me like, man, I want that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
You know, and I think it's just, at least to the bigger thing, you know, in our city right now, we got all this violence going on. Keith, I think we're up to, you know, in terms of murder-wise,
we're like third in the country. We're like 170 something last time.
Crazy.
You know, and crazy. I think for, you know, when we were younger, people used to say Columbus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They'd put the KIL, Columbus, you know what I mean? And hold that to the vest and, you know, I'll be proud about it, man. But
we had 80 murders. You know what I mean? Back then, 70 murders. You know what I mean? Man, what?
Now we up to, where we at?
It's like 170 something.
Yeah, like it's high, right? It's like 170 something murders. You know, way too many. We won't even need to know the number, right? And most recently, you know, there was we were in Orlando, Florida, with the kids a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And man, or a month ago, and it was just like we got news that some kids got their life took.
Yeah.
Some kids, bro.
Yeah.
We were there. We were literally in Orlando. We start like it just changed our whole memory. It changed our whole mood. We was just like some kids, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You start trying to make sense of it.
Yeah, you start trying to make sense of it.
Maybe they didn't know the kids were in the car.
It's like, nah. Then we get word like, nah, they knew.
They knew.
They knew the kids was in the car.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And so for us, you know, we talk about the violence in our city. We talk about the work that we actually do, right? Like, I know the amount of kids that come through those doors that you touch. And for me, it means something because those kids are committed, right? Like they feel attached to something that's getting them out of the house, that makes them feel like, you know what, I want to make the best decision in the world because I don't want to let Coach DA down.
Right.
I don't want to let any other coaches at Hope down, right? They feel that sense of attachment. And so you being you, like it you know, ain't no telling how many deaths that you done stopped. So many kids that you done saved, right? Same thing with Legacy. By our gym being open at nighttime, bro, and kids coming throughout the night, bro, like we don't know how many lives we're actually saving, but it's a fucking lot. You know what I'm saying? And like sometimes I want to get emotional over this shit because it's like
for real.
All this killing that's going on, man. Like, you know, and then we got let's speak to it. We got a new Chief Bryant, who just came to us from Detroit. We got First Assistant Chief Potts, who came to us from Detroit as well. Both two black women who now are chief. You know, our first assistant chief, leading our city now. I think they've been here close to about 6 months, 7 months.
Okay.
We got a new safety director. We got a few other cats that's now in the mayor's office that's trying to make some changes. It's like, we have to help them.
We're gonna help them. Yeah.
Like they can't change this shit by themselves. Like we literally have to help them. Like let's talk about it too. Like one of the most devalued positions, or I think maybe better terminology is that we look at as a community as like a black woman. We tend to put them on the shortest leashes ever. And we don't necessarily protect them. They don't feel protected around the country. No. It's like we got two black women that's leading our city right now. Yeah. You know what I mean? And what are we gonna do as a community to like help them out? Because they can't do it alone, right? They literally can't. But I think the programs that we're offering, things that we're doing, the lives that we're touching, the families that we're touching. We ain't just touching kids now. We're touching families. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Like bro, we're touching whole families, and so shame on us if we're not doing everything we can to bring the death tolls to a hope. You feel what I'm saying? But I just think it's super important that we at least touch on it and everything again that you're doing. I mean, you're helping cats that's been locked up. We got a kid right now that came up through our program who's currently in the juvenile system right now. Not something that we're necessarily proud of, but it's like, damn. You know what I mean? That, you feel that sense of attachment to them, even though they did something that they're probably not proud of. It's like, how do we infiltrate that kid's heart, his mind at such a young age to where he can be rehabilitated and come back out here and change his life around and have a good life, right? Like, that onus is on us.
Yeah.
That onus is on us, bro. No different than the teachers. They don't call their parents when their kid get in trouble. They call the coaches. The parents are telling, hey, you want change?
Yeah.
Call his coach.
Yeah.
He respects his coach.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I know all the kids that we serve.
I get all the time. I
know all the 2,430 something kids that we serve, in our youth leagues, and we got another 60, 70 odd kids. So, like, I think it was around like 69% of those kids are single parent households, bro.
Wow.
With the woman leading.
Yeah.
So how much more important is Coach DA in that kid's life, right?
100%.
And so, man, it's a troubling issue in our community. With all the violence that's going on. Not something that we're proud of. There's some people out here that, we got the tough boy. Nah, bro, we losing lives, bro.
Nah, seriously.
Essentially. So I don't know. Like,
so for me, I think it comes to having a moral compass, right? We got to have a moral compass in place into these kids' lives. So I know with us, we pray after every session. So we teach our kids the Lord's Prayer. Every session we get done with, they're learning the Lord's Prayer.
I love that.
Then as well as us leading it, I'll start picking out kids and make them lead it. Because not only am I saying it and you're repeating it, no, you got to say it. And you got to learn these words. And you got to feel these words. Yeah. Don't just say and repeat. No. I want you to repeat it. And you say it. And you lead it. You know what I mean? As well as, man, our motto at Hope is from Proverbs 6:22. So, train up a child in the way he should grow. And when he grows old, he will not depart from it.
Yeah.
Right? So as we're implanting, right, these certain values and different relationships in these kids' lives, we're hoping that as they become adults and become older, that when they have that moment of clarity of man, I'm about to do this, they think twice. You know what, man, I shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
Right? So we got to train a kid, and then as they grow older, man, they're going to think of things different. So I know with us, man, we established a thing called Hope Boys, right? And now Hope Girls as well. So the thought process came kind of like a family, like a gang, right? Mm-hmm. So we got the Bloods and Crips and whoever else.
For sure.
Now you have a positive group of role models saying,
it still
hey, listen,
sounds cool.
But it still sounds cool, but it's the same situation with family.
Yeah.
You're locked in. We got our handshake, everything you need from them, you get it here with us. But it's a positive light.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna get that same family that you get from the Bloods, you get the same family you get from the Crips, you get that same thing you get from whoever you rock with right here on something positive.
Yeah.
On feeding families, on passing out clothes to kids, on on giving back, on helping these young kids when they come in their session. You know what I mean? Like we gotta really teach them on how to be better people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like I said, when they get into these situations of life or death, of a certain decision that could change your whole life, that we're better. Honestly, like the whole thought process came from some gang related stuff. Like, man, like how can we turn this stuff that they see as a positive or a negative, into a positive over here though. Yeah. Like, add that same implement of the gang stuff, but make it about fitness and healthy habits and treating women the right way and treating people the right way. And giving back and but we're still gang related though.
Right.
We still locked in. We locked in for life. We Hope Boys. You know what I mean? We gonna hashtag it. We gonna. I say my goal is real talk, and I'm gonna keep speaking and prophesizing over it. That's gonna be a Netflix series, so a Netflix movie called Hope Boys. Yeah. You know what I mean? On the growth.
Hey, that's real shit.
On the growth of Hope Fitness and all that we've done for the city, and different things, and all the kids we have in the NFL, and how they're all giving back and coming back to the city. And it's going to be a movie. I'm telling you,
it's definitely doable.
It's going to be a movie.
Like, I think a lot of the times, like we're used to dream so big that sometimes like you'd be like, nah, that can't really happen. But like that's doable.
That's doable. It's
absolutely doable.
Man, listen,
shit, we got one of the best photographers and videographers in the city already.
We're going to direct this movie, man. Hope Boys, because we gave hope to Columbus. Hope Boys, man. You know what I mean?
I'm coming. Just let me do a cameo in that joint.
Yeah, you gotta be. We going there. I'm telling you, we about to do this in the city, man. It's gonna be crazy. You know what I mean? It's gonna be crazy, man.
I think when we, 2022. I mean, we've talked about it. Personally, me and you, it's just like, yo, let's do something. Like we're gonna figure it out. And I think that the appetite is there. So the city, y'all can brace yourselves. We're gonna figure this thing out.
Sure.
We're gonna do something dope, man.
Sure.
And to your point, man, same thing you did with the speed doc. It's just like, we're gonna show that collaboration, bro. Collaboration over competition.
That's good.
That's a lot of what we, that's our group too, our COC guys, man. Collaboration over competition. Yeah. Not saying that competition isn't good, right? Like healthy competition is great. It's good because it helps elevate everybody.
Right.
Shout out to my nigga Hov. Like Hov talked about that too, like healthy competition.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, we can show as black men that we can support each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We can uplift each other. We can challenge each other.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And everything going on with this violence piece, I think just speaks to us starting, like they need to see that like with us first. So, and again, man, hopefully 2022, again, that's my fact. 2022 will be a better year for our city, man, and for our youth. Because of people like us, right?
Yeah.
Like as we keep growing, we'll be able to protect these kids, give them positive outlets.
Definitely.
To be able to, expand their horizon, give them a sense of belonging to something, right?
Yeah.
They don't need the streets. I got Coach DA, I got Coach Keith, I got Coach DJ. Like, I got the support group, I got the Hope Boys, you feel what I'm saying? That can, have me come, I can invite to my birthday. I mean, all that other stuff, right? So I think that, Columbus is going to be in good hands if we just keep producing people like us. Again, we need more of us.
Man, listen,
here.
I'm gonna give you a great example, right? So Darian, y'all know.
Yeah.
I worked with y'all over the summer, right? So Darian came to me when he was 14 years old with like a work summer program because he wanted to be a trainer one day. You know what I mean? Now, but just implementing what we were talking about in the young man's life.
Yeah.
So then now coming full circle, and now he's one of my head trainers.
That's my shout out to him, bro. That's my boy, man. I met him by chance, bro.
Yeah.
Like I was going to see some stuff at Marion Franklin for their football team. Like they was having like a cookout or something. And we standing right there. I'm like, man, who's this big head, big bodybuilding ass dude?
Debo.
He's standing next to me. And he started talking. I was just like,
he
you do what? He's like, I teach a little bit. He's like, I coach football. He's like, I train a little bit too. I said, oh, so you off for the summer? So we got the summer program. Like, you off for the summer? Yeah. And I could tell by his demeanor how people interact with him. Yeah. Good kid, man. Yeah. And,
great
it
kid,
just grew from there.
Yeah. I was so happy though that he joined y'all because it gave him another insight on how this stuff looks and flows and works. On how he wants to grow, and build his own brand. You know what I mean? So it was like, man, but like I said, but something so small like, him coming to me at 14, 13 or 14, for some program. To then now coming full circle and then seeing him grow and then raise more kids that's going to be just like him.
And you can tell you have to have a solid foundation to grow into somebody like that,
100%,
right?
100%.
So it's like you can
He's
tell
a great kid.
he has some sense.
He has some sense.
And that's a big thing. We would talk like, I think he felt that sense of shit belonging to us. Like as much as you belong to Hope, like man, you care that you work with them, like bro, like we family too, know. And again, like we'll always have our doors open for you whenever we doing something that you can fit into.
That's beautiful.
But I think that's where it's like we talk about collabing and no competition. Like, don't get us wrong. Like me and DJ had those talks. Like, I remember one time we had made a video. Right, it was a dope ass video. I dropped the video probably like 2 weeks later. Look, I'm like, oh, that video hard as fuck. Our shit gotta be hard next time. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? But it worked like that. And it was just like, again, like where you can compliment and still it's like, man, listen, like, shit, we gonna raise each other up no matter like compete. We compete in a healthy way. And it isn't even like, it's like, we still hope like, man, we want y'all to continue to be what y'all being and for us to grow. Shit, we hope to grow into that. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's what what's beautiful about it though is this relationship was already established.
Yeah, been established.
You know what I mean? It's been established. They don't know that. But it's been established. And we knew each other years ago. You know what I mean? It's been love. So then now that everybody's kind of in the same lane and we're kind of flowing into something greater, it's only right to make make sure that we collab. You know what I mean? And there's no hate at all. You know what I mean? Like we said,
I think the thing is it's gonna blow the city. It's gonna go crazy.
But I was already thinking, and I'm putting it on wax though.
Don't put it on wax.
Put it on wax.
I'm putting it on wax.
I idea to be out there.
But I'm putting on wax because we're gonna do it this summer.
Yeah.
The summer, the bus tour. I'm about to go crazy with it though. It's gonna be the biggest bus tour that city's ever seen. as far as collegiate sports. You know what I mean? You know, taking these camps. We got to do it.
Let's do it.
It's gonna something crazy though. We're about to have hundreds of kids on several buses.
Never been done before.
Never been done. Listen, we've seen one bus
history.
take.
This shit ain't never
Come
been
on,
done.
bro. Put on wax though. I'm already talking about this.
This shit ain't never been
put on
done
wax
before.
though. You understand? We're
You know what I'm
gonna take over this whole
saying?
city.
History.
We were talking about 5-6 buses though, going city to city, killing everybody with the Columbus on our chest. Like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, this is what we're here for.
Yeah.
No,
We're here for
sure.
all the smoke. All of it.
All of it.
Every city we go to, whether it's Alabama, whether it's Georgia, whether it's DC, you know what I mean?
Wherever
They don't care where we go. We want all the smoke. We go to the city though.
Wherever we go.
And that's what I want to, you know what I mean? You know, something like that is a great start for us.
Sure.
That's why I said I want to put it on wax so we get out there out the gate.
We got some things too, like, you know, that again, that we'll probably pitch at some point, like, where it's like, you know, because again, the more the merrier, man. Like, you know, the more people we can impact, whether it's directly or indirectly, it's just like, yo, like, even from afar, you like what a person is doing, you like what they're doing with the kids. It's like, shit, that shit is dope. But enough of this, like, let's talk about the parents right quick for a second, man. How do you deal with your parents? And it's just this specific thing that we kind of get into. And I've seen more of it. Like, usually with the training, the parents, they don't really know much about that. So they kind of a little bit stay out of your way. But we've seen it with the Little League stuff, and the parents, like, you can tell when that parent is trying to live through their kid. You know, talk about some of the times where you felt like, yo, like, ease off, you know?
Yeah, I've had some parents, you know what I mean, over this decade, man, that I've seen and kind of like rough the kid up, they ain't working hard, or tell the kid no video games. I'm like, okay, hold on, cuz. Listen, he's a kid. Play some games. But don't let the games overtake your life. You know what I mean? You're gonna play some games, man. You're gonna have fun. Do all that. Have fun.
Right.
But don't let it control your life. So I tell the parents all the time, like, man, listen, let's still let them be kids. This thing's a marathon now. Y'all, you know what I mean? Because some of these Little League All-Stars won't be the man.
They won't.
In high school or college.
They won't.
They won't be. This is a fact. Right. You know what I mean? Like, me being this thing and seeing two of the kids I have in the league right now weren't the man in Little League.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, so Brendan Knox, he went to the Cowboys this year. He was a lineman. All the Little League, lineman. Freshman year, played a little bit of line, some fullback. Sophomore year, fullback, a little bit of running back. He came to me and said, DA, I'm trying to tap in. But dog was a workhorse. He worked on Sundays, he's at my door like, let's work out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he wanted it.
Yeah.
Ended up becoming the player of the year in this conference in college. And then, you know, got picked up by the Cowboys. So it's like stuff like that. I tell parents all the time, listen, don't do all that. Relax. Let them be who they're gonna be. You know what I mean? Like, real talk.
Go ahead.
No, I was about to say, I think I've seen kids who had no training go and fucking kill and get, you know, offers by D1 schools.
Yeah.
I've seen kids and parents pay multiple hundreds of dollars, you know, getting their kids personally trained. Thousands of dollars, right?
Yeah.
They was duds, right? They didn't really amount to anything. Kids had bad, so it was just right. Yep. And so I really feel like again we've had an up close and personal look this year from running our own Little League. Man, a lot of kids are probably going to fail. And the reason why they're going to fail is because they have parents who can't get out the way. Yeah. They have parents who are living vicariously through their kids. Yeah. Every time the kid is jogging on the field, he makes a play or not makes a play, he's like this. Yep. Yeah. Every time someone else other than the parent say something to him, they like, getting that confirmation over. That's not a recipe for success.
No, it's not.
You know, it's not a recipe for success.
And I've had, even as a parent myself, you know, man, I don't care about sports so much that it's going to shape how I feel about you, or like it's not going to change my mood towards you. What's going to change my mood towards you is when you're not playing hard. You know what I'm saying? When you're not hustling. I don't care if you're having any success. It's just when you're out there looking like you're just out there, you know. And I start seeing it have a toll on my kid where he couldn't get up the basketball court without. I'm like, bro, stop looking at me. Just do your thing. You know, we'll talk after the game if you fuck up or if you do good. Right. But then it starts changing to where he's looking over, he's smiling at me like, look what I just did, right?
Yeah.
So it's a more positive thing, but I think I had my first real insight on that this year at our championship. Kids playing in the championship. This kid was just getting like demolished, right? One of the better kids in our league. And the refs called me over like, yo, kick that dad out of the game. I'm like, why? What did you do? Just body slammed this kid twice. Slammed him, took his helmet, threw his helmet. And I was just like, oh, you put yourself, I had to go talk to the dad.
Yeah.
To tell him why he was wrong. Younger dad. He's probably like 24, 25, right?
Yeah.
Younger dad. Then I had to go talk to the kid. I'm like, the dad was like, well, I'm taking the kid with me if I gotta leave. I'm like, well, what you just did, you really want this kid to be his lasting impression of playing in a championship game? That I got whooped and embarrassed by my dad. I'm like, man, let him finish the game, man. And we were able to have that conversation. Even after we had a conversation about, like, bro, this shouldn't mean that much to you that you get that hype about it.
In no way.
Yeah, like let the coaches coach.
Yeah,
let the trainers train. Like it's literally just that. You know what I mean? And I don't think it'll ever stop. I think we'll have to, if we can, interrupt it when we see it, man, and talk those parents off the ledge, man. But unfortunately, I personally don't think it'll ever stop. I really don't. Because we've seen that every single level. These parents give these kids such a false hope of what it truly means to be a student athlete. It's terrible. Like, I mean, we have parents that literally will run on the field, smack their kid on the butt, get all rah-rah with them. They're 2 feet away from the coach yelling at them. Like, that's not what happens when the kid go to high school. Oh. You got to sit in the stands.
Listen.
You don't get a chance to run out there on the field and pat your kid on the ass and tell them this. You don't get a chance to yell at the refs or anything like that. It's like you giving your kid a false sense of what it truly means to be a student athlete.
100%.
When your kid go to college,
100%.
you gotta have your ass up in the stands.
Yeah, in the stands.
And you can yell if you want at the referees. They ain't gonna hear your ass. And they don't care.
At
right?
all.
But at the youth level, man, it's becoming to be so toxic. I think that's why we got in it, to try to help change that culture. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I know
you guys got to get the ball game now. That's
listen, you football.
Oh, it's nasty.
You
guys know.
Nasty.
What I got going on is like kind of tame because I can control it.
Yeah.
So when I see a dad kind of hop in, I'm like, I
had to do that one year.
It's my session.
Yeah, I had to do that to one parent this year, man.
What y'all got going on when it comes to athletics? Oh, these parents are bananas, dog. Like, bro. I can't believe. Listen, I couldn't be in y'all show because I did it. I coached for my nephew's team for 3-4 years, and this is my baby. My nephew is my sister's son. This is my baby. But I know what it is. Like, there's nothing I can say right now that's going to help you in this situation.
Yeah.
Do your thing, cuz. When the game is over, now we can talk. But other than that, we cool.
And I had to tell the dad, man. And from this story, it's so funny because, like, he bring his kid in there, athletic dad, play some ball.
Yeah.
But again, just because you play sports don't make you a trainer, right?
Flat.
So, look, we got it. And the more you gesturing over there, he's paying attention to you. He's not paying attention to us.
100%.
You stand up out your seat. He's looking at you. I had to tell him, like, yo, like, you either got to stay in your car or you got to just chill over there in these seats because we do this. Like, and you're paying us to do it.
Right.
So let us do it, right? And ever since, again, it's a respect level there for sure. But it's like you said, when you're out there at those football games, there's hundreds of parents out there.
Absolutely. Doesn't matter. It's always a ball game, man.
Like, who the fuck are you to tell me not to say? Man, listen, you're driving him nuts out there.
Yeah.
One of the last things I say on the topic is, I had to tell a coach this past year, and a parent, right? I had to tell a coach and a parent, I said, y'all hooting and hollering and, talking to the other sideline, talking trash. I said, you just called a bullshit play. A kid broke 5-6 tackles, reverse field 2 times to score a touchdown. Newsflash, it wasn't the fucking play that you called, clearly.
Right.
It wasn't the play that you called.
It wasn't the play.
It wasn't the play.
It wasn't you.
It wasn't you. It was the individual kid's
my man.
effort.
Went crazy.
He went crazy.
Yeah.
He broke 5-6 tackles, reversed field a couple of times. But it's a great play by that kid. Who are you to turn to the opposite team's sideline and, oh, yeah, what's up? Yeah, like, bro, you didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Right? And it takes I think a lot of times we get the respect because damn, like they've been there. You feel what I'm saying? Like they, like we get it. Like it comes. You know what I mean? Like they respect it more, but we had to have that conversation all too many times, man. And so, parents out there, make sure you stay. Let the coaches coach.
I'm not just stay in lane. Stay in lane.
Let the coaches coach.
Yep.
Let the trainers train. Just be a parent.
I think we'll do a good job. Again, that was year one. Do a good job of just building the culture.
Yeah.
You know how you're supposed to do. We starting off in a way like it's something different. Yeah. So again, year 3 is gonna look a little different. Year 2 is gonna look a little different. Year 4 is gonna look different.
Right. Always. And the more you're, like you say, I know what you're saying. The more you're in it, you're gonna keep growing because you'll keep adjusting, and next thing you know, you'll have tapes. You'll be taped off, and you know what I mean. It's gonna
Stay the fuck back.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to get kicked out?
Yeah.
We got a budget now for security.
Security. You know what I'm talking? I mean, like the West Side League had that. Like I said, when I coached the Westmont Stars, man, we had to tape the field off. The parents can cross this line, and then we got to have armed security. Like every game. That's what it is.
That's crazy.
Because these parents we go back and forth, and they're fighting and the guns. I mean, it's crazy. These games, man. It's youth football.
It's serious.
It's youth football. No,
be serious, man.
Like these niggas.
Be serious, bro.
It's serious. Hey, but the thing is, man, it's everybody. Man, little TJ, man, the hope for the whole family, man. He got to make it all the way.
He got to make it.
And he definitely ain't going to make it all the way with y'all doing that shit y'all
at
doing.
all, though.
Because
he got pressure at 7.
Absolutely.
He's 7 years old with the weight of his whole fam, guys. Like, brother, chill.
I think it's time, man, to do the pick'ems. We ain't got the box this time because like last time we picked out everyone. Okay. Just went through it. So pick'ems is just basically like, man, it's this or that. Right. What do you prefer? The first one, man, let's talk about South Beach, Miami, or LA.
Yeah, 2 weeks. You got two. I mean, you got a weekend. Okay, I said a weekend. You got a weekend. South Beach, Miami, or you in LA?
So, for me, I'll be in South Beach all the time now. You know what I mean? Because I work down there a lot. You know what I mean?
Talk your shit then.
So I got my connections down there and all the people down there. So South Beach is a move for me because now, I can be and live. And you know what I'm saying? I can do what I do. You know what I mean? Yeah. So South Beach.
South Beach.
Yeah, 100%.
South Beach.
Yeah.
I've traveled a little bit now and then, but I'm an LA guy, man. It's just the vibe to me, man. It's just chill.
Yeah.
You can have a good ass time by yourself. And then the bigness in the city, it feels big. It feels like Hollywood. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And again, I got a lady, but it's nice. It's nice women out there. They look nice for sure. It's just a vibe there that I don't think can be matched anywhere in America. And what I've seen Florida, it's like, I'm not. It's also a weather thing too. I don't like hot ass weather. Like we just came back from Orlando. Yeah. You walk outside, you instantly sweat. I'm a hairy ass nigga. So it's like, man, fuck this. It's always perfect in LA. Even in the summertime, it's jacket weather at nighttime.
Nighttime get cold though.
Yeah. So it's just to me, like I love LA. Yeah, I'd never be like, we going to LA. All right, when we going?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Right.
What you
got?
Younger DJ, probably Miami. And I still enjoy a nice Miami trip here and there. Miami offers some things, South Beach offers some things that LA doesn't.
Yeah.
And I'll just keep it at that. LA is a great vibe. But there's a reason why LeBron chose South Beach. There's a reason why Wade, listen, South Beach is great and awesome. My wife loves South Beach as well.
A lot of people move to South Beach. I'm
gonna go. I want to catch it one time where it's like Art Basel, like that during that time, like when all the fashion shit is going on. Okay. I'm gonna catch it.
You gotta hit that art district down there though, man. It's a vibe down there, man. Yeah. Like it's nice, man. That Wynwood, Wynwood, chill, dog.
Yeah.
That's it. So I'm blessed the last few years. I go a lot.
You ever get a chance to visit DVC?
Alexander's gym. Yeah. Nah, I ain't been there yet. Somebody just hit me actually recently and was saying they want to take me over there. So I'm gonna check them out. Yeah. Dave Alexander.
Yeah. I wanna check that out.
What's up with the second one?
Moving along, pick 'em. So beach vacation or an adventure sightseeing vacation?
So it's a tough one though. Because, going to Thailand, I went to Thailand a couple years ago with my wife, and it was amazing. You know what I'm saying? As far as like the sightseeing, you know what I mean? Like, seeing different things.
Yeah.
But I work so much, I want to chill. I work too much. I'm like, man, she be ready to like go all the, the itineraries. I'm like, I gotta chill. So give me the beach, man. I'm a little older now. Let me, let me just wake up, go to the beach. Hear that water, close my eyes, and just relax.
So me, I'm going beach. Man, put me on a beach, bro. Like the sightseeing and stuff is cool. I don't want to diminish that.
Right.
But if I get on that beach, and everything that encompasses the beach, relaxation, sound, the feel of sand on my feet, you know what I mean? Just the whole vibe of a beach. Get you a nice little sound system there, playing some nice little music, bro. You just vibing. The waitress bringing you drinks. It's a vibe, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Oftentimes, I sit on my little bed or whatever while I'm out there, and I just look into the ocean. It's like limitless possibilities out there in the world. Like I literally think about that. Like I read my books there. Like I'm able to start gathering my thoughts there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like I'm literally right here in the ocean. So I'm saying good. Beach, bro.
Yeah, I don't. Again, we just talked about weather. Like most beach vacations are hot as fuck, right? You know what I'm saying? It's sweat, and it's just like you get up 6 a.m., 7 a.m. It's already hot. I'm not a beach guy like that, man. I would much rather be going somewhere in Europe and walking around sightseeing and trying to buy some cool clothes and shit than being on the beach. I think the freedom of vacation is just kind of like just being able to do whatever you want to on your time, right?
Yeah.
But the weather, man, I don't like hot weather like that, and it's uncomfortable sometimes. So it's like, man, give me the sightseeing in Paris or London or some shit before I want to go to Tulum and sit on the beach for 8 hours and fry.
Hey, I definitely respect that though. I do.
But next up, man, I think we all like music. We all have a certain type of love for music. Atlanta rap or New York rap?
Atlanta or New York? Now you talking about today's New York or back in the day New York? Now what New York talking about?
That's the thing. So my answer is based on, I'll go first. My answer is kind of based off of the transition that New York rap is in right now. Like that drill rap, that sound is starting to get bigger and bigger and bigger as far as, I think it probably started in Chicago maybe, but like New York drill rap is taking over. But, if we talking about just overall, I have to go with ATL.
Yeah.
They got a little bit of everything. They got the lyrics. They got the what we say. One of the reasons why we probably like going to Miami a lot is because of the strip clubs, right? Yeah. They got that music. Then they got, if we talking about the chosen one, man, Future, man, is
Future not the best rapper.
I mean, it's not about being a rapper. He's an artist, right?
He's not the best artist.
Who's?
He's not the best artist in Atlanta.
Who is?
Future's not the best artist.
I would say if you ask any artist,
I'm going Jeezy.
Jeezy
over Future.
Definitely.
No way. Not to me. And I'm a big Jeezy fan. We always get to this point, like, this thing, Future just, man, he embodies, man, he has so many different styles to me. I think if we ask right now, if we take a poll today, who's top in Atlanta, I think Future's definitely coming on top.
Man, listen.
Right. I feel like for this genre in this day and age, they might pick a Future because of his cadence.
Yeah.
But overall, maybe our era is different though, right? Like our era is. I used to hit the kitchen lights, cockroaches everywhere.
Jeezy.
I hit the kitchen lights.
Yeah.
Marble floors everywhere. You know what I mean? Like that's our era, dog. Like that's our era. So like for me, like you said, it got to be Atlanta.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, over New York in this day and age because of what they're talking about and you know how they got us rocking.
Yeah.
I'm going ATL, but it pains me because I am a huge Hov fan. Hov is number one in my book.
He is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so as Hov, you know, I still got Hov up here, you know, but ATL is unmatched in my way. I feel like they really changed the culture. You know,
they're low key having more of a run than
Amigos. I mean, it's crazy.
Every year it's a few introduced to it. And it's like, damn, when does this? But you know what it comes? What it's about though? And I'm sure they have problems in Atlanta with each other, right?
Yeah.
But there's a certain amount of support that they give each other that once you see like you know, a kid coming up, what's his name? Boom, 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 boom. Who the fuck is that?
Niggas just said boom, 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 boom. And wanted me to understand.
What? That's what the song go, right? Hey, if that shit come on, the kids turn it on, and zombies, they be going crazy. But you see how
what's his name?
Everybody in fucking Atlanta posts me, like, boom, like, this is the next one in Atlanta. What's his name, Narwick? Nardo. I'm showing my age. Listen,
I'm showing my age too.
I hate that song now.
Mookie.
But listen, man, it's like, bro, we heard that shit so much. You pull up at the fucking football field, it's like that's what they
playing that. Everybody playing that. Who want to smoke with that? That's crazy.
Who want to smoke? Yeah, there it goes.
But if you hear the lyrics though, it's really bad.
Bad as fuck.
Yeah, the lyrics is like
the way they supported him, he just got shot to the forefront of Atlanta rap.
Yeah.
You know,
that's for young boys, man. I think again for our generation, you know, for where we brought us to, man, Atlanta rap is definitely transition.
Yeah.
Transcended, you know, hip hop culture, and so I'm giving him a crown. But shout out to the homie Hov.
Oh yeah, see, you know, you sound like me. Like I'm a Tupac fan, but Hov is definitely number one.
Yeah. I mean, shit. I mean, I guess we can transition into our next pick'em. I think it's been a social media, you know, phenomenon to talk about, you know, lunch with Hov or 100,000. What you taking?
100,000.
Give me the bands,
Give me
man.
the bands, guys.
Gotta take the bands. There's no wealth of knowledge that money is fucking power.
Money is power.
You know how much shit we can do with $100,000?
You know what, 100,000, I can go get lunch with Hov. Like, you know, I'm gonna get real.
At some point, bro. Shit, for real, the reason why I answered the way bro, you can go listen to Hov's albums and get the knowledge that he probably gonna give you in that lunch. I mean, just to say I sat down with a person and be like, that's not enough for me, man. I think the money is always going to trump anything.
I'll give you an example. Like this past year before last, I got a chance to sit down with Drew Rosenhaus, right? So he's one of the best agents in the game. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like a shark, right? Yeah. And it was me and Drew having dinner together, and we chop it up, and I gained some knowledge. The nigga ain't give me 100,000. You know what I'm saying?
He give me 100,000
he give me 100,000 for the gym. It was good knowledge though. You know what I'm saying? Or even you know, being on the phone with you know, Jay-Z right hand from Rock Nation. Like talking on the phone with these people and hearing, you know, they cool. It's love. But what that money can do is different.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially if you use it right, man. Give me 100,000.
Give me 100,000.
Give me 100,000. And it's just like,
I think we all agree on this.
Yeah.
I'm taking 100 bands. What we could do with 100 bands, man. I mean, Hov could fucking want to walk out to me. He give you 10 minutes and just want to walk out like,
Right. What do you do? I don't know. Like, you don't know what lunch with Hov is.
Right.
I know what 100 bands can do.
I know.
I don't know what lunch with Hov is gonna get.
He might sit and joke with us for a fucking hour. Like, man, fuck that, man.
That ain't what we need. That ain't what we need.
I think to end it, man, let's take a shot to the new year, man. You know.
Yeah.
Hey, 2022, man.
Number one.
I gotta get some. I said I was on a little diet, man. But
okay, all right.
Hey, so we went to this spot in LA, and they brought my shots out in the flute glasses.
They did.
I said I'm never drinking a shot out of a shot glass again.
I was witness to that.
Really?
I was just enamored with that. Like, what the fuck? I was like, I'm.
It's never again.
Bougiest shit I ever seen in my life.
That's
I'm
bougie.
like, this is a shot. He was like, yeah. You know, so I was just like,
That's next level.
Yeah, for sure. I just want to, you know, before we end the segment, man, I just appreciate you. You know, everything that you bring to the culture, everything that you bring to the city, everything you bring to the community, man. You know, you're definitely a GOAT. You're a living legend. You know what I mean? Everything that you've done, you know, will live on forever, man. The thing that you've been able to pour into kids, to youth, and to families, you know, man, is really just incredible on multiple different levels. But I don't think that we give people, especially our peers sometimes, the roses that they deserve while they're actually here. You know what I mean? So on camera, I just want to make sure that what we said on wax. Make sure I get on wax, man, that, again, I appreciate you, everything that you bring me here, bro. And you know, it's all love. Make sure I get my dog love.
You know.
He deserved.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yeah, nah, for real. That's the same coming from this way. It's just like, you know, as much as I look up to some fashion designers, or much as I look up to rappers, and you know, it's a different feeling when you see a peer that's doing something that you want to do on a level that you want to get to, and it's just like, you know, you're doing it the right way. You know, like I'm taking from your blueprint. You know, and you definitely laid it out in a way where we can follow it like boom, boom, boom. And even if it's a little different, we still going to the same place.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And again, you know, it's next year it's up. It's up for us doing something together.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree.
And taking over. So
I agree.
my dog.
Yes, sir.
You know,
family. You know what I mean?
From what we meet DA in like.
Man, what year? That was like
08, 09?
That was before that. Yeah. 07.
07?
07, 08, something like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
07.
yeah. The garage, man. It was like, shit, he one of us, man. Yeah. Fit right in, you know, came in there by yourself. It wasn't, we was already clicked up in there, but it was just like, coming there and getting that work in, and it was just like,
yeah, with Ronnie.
He one of us. Nobody knows, man. Nobody knows that. It's just like, now people that will watch this, they don't know, like, yeah, so all that shit y'all talking, like.
Shout out to Ronnie Smith, man. You know what I mean? You know,
that's my boy.
That's my dog, man. That's how my brother, man. You know what I mean? You know, it's a big part of that, man.
I told this nigga at the gala, man. He was just like, yeah, it's coming.
Oh, yeah.
No,
I was supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, I got my tickets ASAP. Like I told you, I was on my way. You know, I get my daughter's dance show they had, but. You know, like I said, man, thank y'all for letting me come.
Yeah,
you know what I
sure.
mean? This is dope, man. You know, I love what y'all got going on. I sit there and I just sit back and I admire it. Like, damn, I remember them days of just go get it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's beautiful, man. So, you know, definitely for me, I wanna build with you, man. Whatever you need, you know, you got it from me. You know what I'm saying? 100%. You know, any questions, anything you know, whatever it may be, man. You know, it's family, bro.
Yeah.
We'll talk.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Love. Till next time, baby.
Next time.
Yes, sir.